What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Pastor Mike, the Michael Davis, aka 90s number 5. And here we are in the 11th hour. Man, it's going to be a great day today. I am super excited about what we're going to talk about today. You know, a lot of times, man, I'm going to just throw this out there real quick. You know, sometimes a brother, might say a little too much. But, my wife was talking about this morning. She was like, what do you do on that show? Like, how do you come up with your stuff? I was like, you know what? Sometimes it'd be a little tough. I said, but I think God has implanted so much in me. Like, I think I could talk from now to eternity, which reminds me, I went and saw the movie Eternals last night. Yeah, that movie started at like 10 o'clock last night. I think I got home like at 2. Like, come on, man. Like, what we really doing? Like, man, that was a long movie. But if you want to discuss that movie, we can do that at a later date. But today, man, I want to just talk to you guys today a little bit about my passion, about what I'm truly, truly serious about. And one thing I'm truly serious about is I really want to help our young people make changes in their lives. I really want to help them understand the processes that they're going through. I really want them to understand that right now you're just in a moment of your life that you're gonna have to make some major decisions, and the things that are around you helps play on that, how you make your decisions and what you do when you make your decision. And here's the beauty of this. It's not, the concept is really easy. It's like, it's not just for young folks, but it's even for folks like me, folks like you, people who have to make decisions on, making some changes in life. And so, when we make life changes, it's hard. And you have to make some major decisions. That's why I love calling this the 11th hour, because you have to make some serious decisions. And sometimes you are in your 11th hour and you're trying to decide, which way to go, which direction to go. Should you go left? Should you go right? Should you go up? Should you go down? You're trying to make the right decision. So sometimes you feel like you're in a moment where you really don't know what to do. But I do know this, that if you want to make some changes, even in my life, if I want to make some changes, I have to make some hard decisions. And so, some decisions could be easy, like, instead of eating 4 slices of pizza, eat 2 and a salad and some water. Don't eat four slices of pizzas with a big 4 slices of pizza. There I go putting S's on stuff. 4 slices of pizza, then washing it down with a Coke, and then saying, I got heartburn. Let me go eat me a bowl of ice cream to help settle that heart. So you can't do that if you're trying to lose weight and live a healthier life. You may go to 1 slice of pizza or 2 slices with a salad and some water. Or even if you have to go to even deeper decisions, like, should I stay or should I go? Should I marry? Should I not marry? Should I do this or should I do that? Should I take this job? Should I not? Some decisions are life changing. Do I need to change the way I do things? Yes, if that's what you need to do to make your life better. So today I want to talk about the 4 P's. I've mentioned this before in the past. This is something I really feel that God laid on my heart, that I really want to express to people, that these 4 P's, they seem pretty simple, but really in actuality, they are so hard to do. So, I mean, when you think about it, when I give you these 4 P's, you're going to be like, dude, that's like so simple. Like, that's easy, but it's so hard to do. I'm telling you, it is so hard to do. So, like, the first P is like people. People. The second P is places. The third P is possessions. And the third one is, in the fourth one is positions. So it's people, places, possessions, position. If we get around the right people, they can take us to the right places. We can possess or do the right things, and then we'll be in the right position that we want to be. It's just the opposite. We get around the wrong people, they can take us to the wrong places. We can possess and do the wrong things, and then we'll be in the wrong position. So that concept seems really simple, but in actuality, when you get ready to do it, it's pretty hard. So here's one thing, I love all these mama-isms. You get a mama-isms that you get sometimes. So, I remember growing up, and it wasn't just my mother that said these things. I'm sure pretty much everybody said these things, growing up in the era that I grew up in. It said, mama always reminded us as children. She reminded us of 4 things. She said, number 1, watch the people you hang around. She said, watch them. She said, watch the people who you hang around. Then number two, she said, be careful and watchful in the places that you go. Number three, be mindful of what you do, which is the possessions. And then what you do and how you spend your money. So we love spending money. Like money is number one. Like if I get $500, man, I'm going straight to the stove. Like I'm looking at them Air Force Ones. I'm looking at them Jordans. That's exactly where I'm going. But we got to be mindful on how we spend our money. And number four, remember who you are, where you came from, and where you want to be. So basically, they was teaching us the 4 P's. Watch the people you hang around. Number two, be careful in the places that you go. Number three, be mindful of what you do. I mean, that's simple. And then remember where you came from and where you want to be. That's the 4 P's. They were giving us a blueprint of how we need to live our lives, because depending on how we do these 4 things is going to depend on what happens to us in life. So here's how this thought goes that I have. There's a chain, and this is some of the curriculum that I teach and some of the curriculum that I wrote. It's about a chain. So the first one is we got to understand that some of us have chains in our life. And what is a chain? A chain is something that confines, restricts, or secures, or a series of things linked together or connected together and that are associated. So here's what I want to say. People can be a chain in your life. I mean, I love the way, because I do a lot of work down at the JDC, and I love the way my young brothers and sisters, they be like, Pastor Mike, they been my day ones, they my homeboy, they this and they that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I get that. I understand that. But you know what? If they're going to be an issue and a problem in your life, you got to let them go. I mean, because, dude, you're trying to make some changes in your life. And if these young men and women who are in your life right now, if they're not willing to help you do better, you have to let them go. And that even goes for me. Like, there's some people I just can't hang around. Like, I just can't do it. Like, I'm not saying that they're bad people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we're just on 2 different planes. We're on 2 different levels. We're thinking differently. We see life differently. So we can't hang around each other. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you a cool example. Like, if a brother trying to lose weight, I can't go hang out with the pizza bunch. You know what I'm saying? I can't go hang out with the ice cream crew. I can't do that. Not that I don't love ice cream and that I don't love pizza and I don't love chocolate and I don't love popcorn and I don't love pasta and I don't love, I could keep going on and on. But if my goal is to not do certain things, if I'm trying to be a good father, I can't hang out with a bunch of men who love to drink and smoke and hang out at night, because that's not going to help me be a better father. If I'm trying to be a better husband, I can't hang out with men who don't care about their wives, who, abuse their wives or cheat on their wives. I can't do that, because that's not going to help me be a better husband. And if I want to be a better person, I have to hang out or be around people who are exemplifying the things that I want. So when you look in your life, you got to look at the people around you. Are they a chain? Are they holding you back? Are there a series of things that you and this person are getting into that are keeping you from the things that you want to be? So this is why I say, man, this concept is really simple. It's not that hard. It's just doing it is what's hard. So here's 3 things I want you to look at. People can be in your life. They can be in your life one of these 3 ways. One, they can be negative, which is pretty easy. These people are the ones who are in your life and they only bring you down and keep you from reaching your potential. Like, if every time you're trying to do something good, like I tell my young men and women, like, dude, if you're trying to go to school and you're trying to be in school and you're trying to make good grades and you're trying to make good decisions and you're trying to be the best that your parents are asking you to be, but then you got a friend who's constantly saying, hey, let's go do this. Hey, let's go do that. Let's cut up in class. Let's do this and let's do that. Come on, man. He's being negative. Not that he is a bad person, but because his actions and the things that he wants to do are opposite of the things that you're trying to do. So the negativity that he brings around you, it pulls you down. It's no different than you think about the people that you hang out with. Listen, let me say, it doesn't matter how old you are. You still have to look at the people that you're around. Some people are just negative. They're just now. I love the way I'm a big Bishop Jakes fan. One of the things he always say, some people are just so negative. It could be a sunny day outside, but they be like, look at that little ugly cloud over there. They always point out the negative. Those are the type of people that you have to learn to stop being around. And sometimes they're really hard, because if these people are the people you grew up with, if these are the people that you've been hanging out with for a long time, and you feel like y'all have a bond or y'all have something in common, it will be hard to let them go. I promise you, it's going to be hard. But when you're trying to make life changes, you have to make life decisions, because you can't change your life if you're not willing to change the things that are in your life that are holding you down, which is that chain. And people can be a chain. I mean, hey, listen, I've been around a lot of people. Some people, man, negativity is their first and last name, and that's all they do. They're just negative. They're not even positive about their own lives. And so you say, well, should I just leave them alone? I'm just saying you should back away for a little while until you can get your life into a point where when you're around them, they're not pulling you down, but you're able to stay where you are, even in the midst of their negativity. Number two is a person who's positive. These are the people who are in your life who help propel you to your next level. They're around you to challenge you to be better than you are right now. So now we're going to look at the one who only wants to keep you pulling you down, to now we're looking at people who want you to do better. It's the dude that's holding the ladder for you. It's the dude that's doing things for you. It's the young lady who's encouraging you to do better than you are right now. They're the ones who's on your team. They are the one who want to help you accomplish the goals that you said that you want to set out. They're the ones that saying, don't do this, don't do that. Hey, let's go here instead of going there. Let's do this, let's do that. Those are the people that are on your team. And those are the ones that we need to be rocking with. But sometimes we don't want to rock with them, because you're going to be challenged. Like, if I gotta be challenged, I love to be challenged. It's not hard for me to have people tell me when I'm doing wrong. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind you telling me when I'm doing wrong, and I don't even mind you pointing out my mistakes. I appreciate you for pointing out my mistakes. Now, when you point out my mistakes, just be ready to help me adjust and make things better. Don't just point out my mistakes and then say, yeah, you need to go fix that. Like, no, come on, let's talk about it. Like, whatever I'm doing wrong, hey, you got some ideas on how can I get better? I mean, but we're good at pointing out people's mistakes, and we're good at telling people what they do wrong. But I don't mind that. But how can I get better? So when we think about people who are positive in our life, we're thinking about those who not only see what I see, but they want to help me accomplish the things that I see. And if they help me accomplish the things that I see, then guess what? I turn around and do. I help them accomplish the things that they want to do. Now we're both on the same team. We're both on the same teams. I remember reading something years ago about the San Francisco 49ers when they was on that run, when they was winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl. It was something that really just kind of, I don't know if every Super Bowl team does this. I don't know if every NFL team does this, but I remember reading about him, the owner of the team. He said, I had to get everybody on the same page. Like, we all had to be positive about winning this Super Bowl. He said, I'm talking about not just the coaches on team. I needed to get the cooks on the team. I needed to get the janitors on the team. I needed to get the laundry team on board. I needed to get the gardeners on board. I need to get the people in the park. Everybody had to be on board. It's not just the football team and the coaches, but everybody had to have the same mindset, and everybody had to be positive. So when they win a Super Bowl, it's just not the team and the coaches and the owners who get the rings, but man, it blew me away that everybody got a ring. Like, everybody, like the gardeners and the cooks and the laundry people and the parking lot attendants and everybody gets a ring, because this is a team game, and your life is the same way. Your life is, there are things that you want to accomplish. There's places you want to go. There's things that you want to do. So you have to build a team around you. And if that team is not built with people who are positive and people who want to see things go right in your life, man, I'm telling you, it's hard. It's going to be difficult to get things done when you're trying to push through things when people ain't there for you. There's a quote that I have that I use that says it's hard to do right when you hang out with people who don't mind doing wrong. It's hard. You're trying to do the right thing, you're trying to say the right things, you're trying to go to the right places, but then the people you hanging out with, they don't mind doing that. So hang out with people who want to do what you want to do. Hang out with people who are on the same level as you are. Hang around with people who challenge you. And some of us don't like to be challenged. I mean, I love to be challenged because it just makes me better. And being challenged is not a bad thing. Being challenged really brings out who you are. The third thing is, this is a tough one right here. These people right here, sometimes they're hard to identify in your life because these are the people who are indifferent. And these are people who have no interest in seeing you do anything negative or positive. They just don't care. They just like the ones that are like, bro, I'm just rolling. Like, whatever you want to do, I want to do. But if they're indifferent, that just means they're still not on board, but they're on board. These are the ones that like, bro, let's go to Nashville. I'm with you, man. You got some gas money? No, but I'll roll with you though. I'm like, hold up, you ain't rolling with me. You ain't got no gas money, man. Come on. But he's like, it don't matter, man. We can either go to Nashville or we can stay here. It don't even matter. But whatever you do, man, I'm with you. Well, that's going to be hard because when you need to be challenged, they're not going to challenge you. They're not going to push you. They're satisfied with where you are and what you're doing. And then when you need to be lifted up, when you need to be challenged, when you need to be pushed, when you need some help, they're not going to do it. But they're also not going to stop you from doing the things that you don't need to be doing. So if you need to be doing your study, if you need to be, making better decisions in your life, if you need to be doing things that are better for your life, they ain't going to help you do that either. They're not going to stop you from doing that. So they're just kind of indifferent. They're just kind of hanging around. They're not really helping, but they're not really hurting. They're just kind of there. And you're like, okay, what we doing? Like, what are we really doing? So I love the way Pastor Hughes used to say, you going to shoot or dribble. Which one you going to do? You can't do both. I love that because you can't be around me if you don't know what you're going to do. Like, I need to know, like, are you going to help me or are you just going to sit there on the couch? Because if you just going to sit there on the couch, I don't need you. Like, I need people in my life that's going to help me. So people that are indifferent, it's not like they don't like you. And it's not like, they got a grudge against you. It's just that they're just not going to do anything. So you have to start examining the people that are around you. That's why I say, out of the 4 P's, the people, places, possession, and position, that's why I say that first one is going to be the hardest one because it's the people that you hang around. That's always going to be hard because, cutting people loose is never easy. I mean, dude, that is hard. I mean, that is really hard because you're really making a decision in your 11th hour. You're making the decision that I am ready to go in a different direction. I love you. You've been my boy. You've been my girl. We've been hanging out for a long time. I've been knowing you for a long time. But you know what? Hey, it's time for me to make some moves. Like, I really got to start doing some things that's going to help me accomplish the goals that I want to do. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing that you want to go and accomplish some things that you want to accomplish. It's not a bad thing. You look around and just see, and it amazes me how, you look around and, wait a minute, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. So that's kind of why I'm rambling a little bit. We hear the context, or we hear the term, I think it's birds that flock together, or birds that stay together, flock together. You know what I'm trying to say. So look at the content of the people that are around you. If you're not doing better than those that are around you, come on now, what are we doing? I've heard several times, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to find you some new friends. If we all broke, how you gonna help me? If we all broke, how you gonna help me? If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, how you gonna help me do what I'm supposed to be doing? So those are concepts that we want to look at. And why these things are so important. Here's why. One is, that's why we created this group. We call it the Super Moms. We call that group Super Moms, not that they flying around and they, tearing buildings down and catching bullets with their hands and things like that. But they're the Super Moms because these women are experiencing the same things, and they want the same things for their families. They want their kids to do better. They want their kids to stay at home. They want their kids to be in line. They want to be better parents. They want to figure out what they may be doing wrong. They want to figure out what's going on in their life. So these moms have come together because they know, if I surround myself with people who are going through the same things that I'm going through, and if I surround myself with people who want the same thing that I want, then maybe we can not only encourage each other, but maybe we can give each other some insight. Because what may be going on in my house that I've used, I could give it to you and you use it for your household, and maybe it could help you. But if it doesn't, we can still, what does the Bible say? Iron sharpens iron. Maybe we can continue to help each other figure out how we can make these things work. So this super moms group that we created, man, it's just really there for moms and to come together and say, hey, I may be going through a struggle right now. I need some help. Can y'all, one, pray for me? Can y'all encourage me? Can y'all give me some insight on some stuff? What are you doing that's been working with your family that maybe didn't work with mine? So we're coming together to be positive for each other. The second thing is, this is why you have to look for people who are not just on the same level as you, but who are also moving in the same direction as you. So some people can be on your same level. They can be thinking like you're thinking. Yeah, that's cool. They could have the same thoughts that you're having, but are they moving in that direction? I want to be, 200 pounds. I really do. I think about it every day. I think about it every day. Yeah, but I ain't moving in that direction. So, my lifestyle ain't full of exercise and eating right and doing all that kind of thing. I think about being, different things. I always wanted to be a mechanic. Like, my wife is always getting on me, like, you always getting on YouTube, act like you gonna be a mechanic or something. But as I jump on YouTube, I do a little bit of this, I'm only gonna do a little. I think I'm a mechanic, but you know what? I'm not hanging around with mechanics. I'm not hanging around people who repair cars and do cars all day. If I really wanted to do that, that's what I would do. But I do want to be a positive influence. So I do hang around people that are positive. I do hang around people that are moving in that direction. That's why I read books and I watch tapes and I listen to different things, because I want to be in the same area, in the same place of people that are doing great things. That's why I'm right here, spread the positive with my boy Trent. I mean, he's doing some great things. And so I want to be doing some of the things that he's doing. So I hang around him. That's why I hang around positive people that, like Pastor Scales is one of the greatest dudes. Like, that's why I hang around him. That's why I talk to him, because the things that he's doing are some things that I want to do. So that's why I create ways to hang out with people, because it's not just about being on the same level. It's about people that are actually moving in the same direction. So it's like this. If I want to go to Chattanooga, right? Chattanooga is this way. Why would I get in a car with a bunch of people going to Memphis? Don't make no sense. They're in two different directions, because I know what I want is in Chattanooga. But if my day ones and all my boys are going to Memphis, why would I get in the car with them? Because what's going to happen is it's going to frustrate me, because I get in the car with them. I'm hanging out with them. We're having fun. We're doing all these great things on the way to Memphis. And then when we get to Memphis, the thing that I've been looking for, it's not there. So now I'm going to be frustrated. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be upset. I'm going to feel like life is not giving me what I want, all because I went to the wrong place. The thing that I wanted was in Chattanooga, and it's waiting for me. I just have to get there. But because I chose to hang with the wrong people who are not going in the same direction I want to go, it causes me to feel like life is not fair, or life is not giving me what I want. I'm not ignorant. Now, I know life sometimes is unfair, and I know sometimes things don't go the way we want them to go, and there are challenges in our life. But if I'm headed towards my goals, if I'm trying to shoot towards my goals, I should expect something. I should expect something back. That's what the word teaches us. You reap what you sow. So if I'm sowing towards my goals, I should be able to reap those things back. Because I cannot go to Memphis and then get mad because of the things that are happening when I'm on my way to Memphis. The reason the things are happening is because I'm headed in the wrong direction, because I got in a car with a bunch of people who don't want to do what I want to do, or not seeing the things that I want to see. Okay. Change comes through many different ways, but I believe it starts with whom you hang with. You really have to start looking at who you hanging with. And so that's why I teach this thing, the 4 P's: people, places, possession, position. Man, get with the right people, people who have the heart for what you want. Trust me, if you get with the right people, they're going to take you to the right places. They're going to take you to the places that are going to allow you to possess and do the right things that you need. And listen, I also want to say this, and we'll get into this one a little bit deeper. Those places are not always physical, it's mental. It's mental too, because there's some places you can go mentally that you don't need to be going. But it all starts with the people. I want, if you're listening to this, man, I want you to just examine your life. Just examine your life. Look at the people that you're hanging around. Look at the people you're associating with. Look at the people that you're doing life with. Are these the people that really going to help you get to the next level? Are these the people that you can really help get to the next level? Because sometimes it's not just all about you, but I mean, let's just be honest. It's about us a little bit, but I also want to be able to help somebody else. So how are we doing that? Listen to this. Proverbs 13:20 says this: walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and you get in trouble. Boy, I tell you what, I'm going to tell you, man. Hey, listen, walk with the wise and you become wise. Associate with fools and you get in trouble. Man, we see that every day. I hear it all the time. It wasn't my fault. It's who I was with. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Like I said, I'm not ignorant, man. Sometimes things can happen, without, your fault. But man, a lot of times we just need to look at who we hanging with. That really, at the end of the day, just look at who you hanging with, because who you hanging with, they're going to take you somewhere you don't need to be going. I mean, I can't get it no simpler than that. Who you hanging with sometimes going to get you where you're going. Here's the number one thing that I believe that helps us make those right decisions. This is just my opinion. I believe this is the number one thing. Romans 12:2. Plain and simple. Romans 12:2 says this: do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you would know what God's good, pleasing, and perfect will is for your life. Listen, it boils down to the simple thing. If you're not thinking differently, then you think the people that you're hanging with is okay, or what we used to say back in that day, okie dokie. You think they cool because you think like them. So since you think like them, hanging out with them is not an issue for you. But when you allow God to help you change your mindset, then you're going to know and understand, hanging out with these people, yeah, they ain't going to do it for me. I got to do something different. I can't do it anymore. And sometimes the younger you are, the harder it is for you to understand that concept. But I'm telling you, the older you get you're supposed to get a little bit wiser, and you're supposed to know who's good for you and who's not good for you. So it's not just for the young people, but it's for some of us too. I mean, because I feel like some people are good for me. I really do. I feel like they're good for me. But if I go through this thing of positive, negative, and different, how they helping me? How am I helping them? How are we helping each other? Are you pushing me? Am I able to push you? Are you challenging me? Can I challenge you? Come on. I got to start being real. I got to start being real. There's some people you got to cut loose in your life. Don't worry about how they feel, because if they love you and both of you guys are on the same page, it's going to be good at the end of the day. It's going to be good, because either they're going to get on board or they're going to get off. And if they get off, that's their decision. That's not yours. You keep pushing. So if you're on that car going to Memphis and you need to be in chat, hey, you need to be like your boy did in Boys in the Hood. Be like, hey, man, let me out. Let me out. Like, I'm done. Like, I thought this was the way I wanted to go, but really in actuality it's not. Let me out. I'm coming to my senses. Like, I got to do something different, because this ain't gonna work for me. And in the movie Boys in the Hood, they let him out. They didn't agree with him getting out, but they let him out. He probably didn't really want to get out, but he started to remember all the things that his dad taught him. Like, dude, this is not the way to go. Sorry about your friend dying, but this is just not the way to go. Remember Romans 12:2. Man, I'm a big believer in that. That's the passage of scripture that helps us think differently, so that we can, first of all, do differently so that we can start choosing new friends. Listen, super moms. Oh, check this out. Darcy done created a website or a Facebook page. So you go to Facebook, look up Super Moms. It's a Murfreesboro group. Join that group if you're a mom or you know somebody who is dealing with teenagers who are just kind of out there wilding a little bit and they just want some support. Let them go to the Facebook page. Also, if you still know somebody and they don't really want to go to the Facebook page just yet, they want a little more information, had them hit us up, 615-295-8785. Remember, 615-295-8785. And we'll most definitely get you in contact with Darcy. Darcy will talk to you. I'm telling you, Darcy, she's a super mom on her own. I'm telling you, she's doing some great things out there. She really has a heart for this thing, man, and she's going to do that. Remember, it's about making movements and not just moments. Go out there and make a movement. If you want to make some changes, be a movement shaker. Make movements, not just moments. Break the chain of choosing the wrong friends. Make sure you start doing the right things in your life for you, because at the end of the day, it's all about you, but you also want to help others. All right, y'all, it's my time. It's the 11th hour. It's your boy, Pastor Mike, the Michael Davis, a.k.a. 90s number 5, and I'm out. Peace.